LEGO has made over 900 Star Wars sets in the past 24 years, so today I want to take a look back at some sets from over the years that have either gotten hated on a little bit too much or have just not got the attention they deserved. Today I want to talk about what I think is the most underrated LEGO Star Wars set each year, from 1999 all the way to 2023. Starting off all the way back in 1999, the set I chose for this year is 7151 Sith Infiltrator. The set was released in April of 1999 and retired on December 31st of 2000. It has 244 pieces and it retailed for only $30. Although if you want to buy this set new today, you're going to be looking at paying around $140 to $160. Now, there were only 13 sets released in 1999, so it was kind of hard to pick one for this list, but I had to go with the Sith Infiltrator because I think it gets criticized a little too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is pretty ugly compared to the newer ones LEGO has made, although I think it's a pretty solid set for 1999, and it was definitely a great inclusion to the opening wave of the LEGO Star Wars theme. Moving on to 2000, we have 7180 Bwing at Rebel Control Center. This set was released on January 1st of 2000 and retired on December 31st of 2001. It has 338 pieces and it only retailed for $30. Although today, if you want to buy this set new sealed in the box, you're going to be looking at paying around $150 to $170. Now, the reason I chose this set was because the actual Bwing itself is a really solid build for being 23 years old, and this set also includes a small rebel base with great play features, as well as a pretty cool looking cart that has a crane on it, and you got all of this for only $30. It was just a really good deal back then, and also this was the very first LEGO Bwing ever made, and I don't really think it gets enough credit for that. Moving on to 2001, I have gone with 7186 Watto's Junkyard. This set was released on January 1st of 2001 and retired on December 31st of 2001, only about a year later. It has 443 pieces and it retailed for $50. Although if you want to buy this set new sealed in the box today in 2023, you're going to be looking at paying around $500 to $600. This was the first set to include Watto and Alderbedo, and they look pretty weird, but it was LEGO's first time attempting to make these characters. The set also includes Alderbedo's Pod Racer and a broken down Mahonic's Pod Racer, although Mahonic himself is not actually in this set, and I definitely think both these Pod Racers look really good for 2001, especially Mahonic's. I just think LEGO did a really good job with these, but for some reason this set just went under the radar and it's a little disappointing. Moving on to 2002, I'm going with 7113 Tuscan Raider Encounter. This set was released on April 23rd of 2002 and retired on December 31st of 2003, not even a year later. It has 93 pieces and retailed for only $10. Although today in 2023, if you want this set new, you're going to be looking at paying around $90 to $100. Now, this set definitely went unnoticed by all of the other episode 2 sets that were releasing in 2002, but I personally think it's a great little set. For $10, you got a really cool speeder that I think looks really good in the dark red color scheme, as well as an exclusive Anakin figure and 2 exclusive Tuscan Raider figures, and not to mention this was the first set that LEGO made Tuscan Raiders for. Moving on to 2003, I picked 4481 Hellfire Druid. This set was released on June 1st of 2003 and then retired the same year on December 31st. It has 681 pieces and retailed for only $50, and if you want this set new today, you're going to be looking at paying around $300, which honestly isn't even that bad considering it's 20 years old and retailed for $50. I actually think this set might be worth buying in 2023 if you are a diehard Attack of the Clones fan. But anyways, it honestly kind of annoys me how I had to put this set on this list. It's basically an unofficial UCS Hellfire Druid. It looks absolutely incredible and is easily the most accurate Hellfire Druid LEGO has made, and again, it could easily be considered a UCS set, although for some reason over the years it's just gone under the radar and for some reason been forgotten about. Moving on to 2004, I'm going with 4500 Rebel Snowspeeder. This set was released on January 1st of 2004 and retired on December 31st of 2005. It has 214 pieces and retailed for $20. Although today, if you want this set new, you're going to be looking at paying around $120 to $150. Now, there are only 15 Star Wars sets released in 2004, so there wasn't very many to pick from, although I decided to go with the Snowspeeder. It's basically a copy and paste of the 1999 version, although it comes in a white color scheme, and the Rebel Snowtrooper has a more modern helmet as well as an upgraded turret. Moving on to 2005, we have 7255 General Grievous Chase. This set was released on April 2nd of 2005 and retired on December 31st of the same year. It only has 111 pieces and retailed for $20. Although today, if you want to buy this set new sealed in the box, you're going to be looking at paying around $250 to $300. Now, this set might not be as underrated as some of the other sets on this list, although it definitely is compared to the rest of the 2005 sets. Obviously, the main draw is that it includes the Varactyl head mold, which has become very rare and valuable nowadays, as well as General Grievous's wheelbike, and it was also the first set to include General Grievous as a minifigure. And honestly, it's a shame that we got the wheelbike remade in 2014, but we haven't gotten a Varactyl since this set. Moving on to 2006, I've gone with 6207 Awing Fighter. This set was released on January 1st of 2006 and retired on December 31st of the same year. It has 194 pieces and retailed for only $16, although today, if you want to buy this set new sealed in the box, you're going to be looking at paying around $80 to $90. Now I think this set was definitely way ahead of its time and definitely a great inclusion to the 2006 lineup. The Awing is very sleek and impressive and accurate looking for 2006, although the minifigures it comes with really aren't much. On to 2007, I've gone with 7660 Naboo N1 Starfighter with Vulture Droid. This set was released on June 1st of 2007 and retired on December 31st of 2008. It has 280 pieces and retailed for $30. And if you want to buy this set new sealed in the box today, you're going to be set back around $150 to $180. Now this was the first play scale version of the Naboo Starfighter LEGO had made since the original version back in 1999, and it's definitely a significant upgrade, although it got overshadowed by the MTT that released that year. But overall, it's still a great Naboo Starfighter, and the inclusion of the Vulture Droid for only $30 is a great deal. Moving on to 2008, I've gone with 7671 ATAT Walker. This set was released on January 1st of 2008 and retired on December 31st of 2009. It has 392 pieces and it retailed for $40, although today if you want to buy it new, you're going to be looking at paying somewhere between $200 to $250. Now some of you might know this is actually my favorite LEGO Star Wars set. I know it's a bit of a strange one, but it does bring me a lot of nostalgia, and I always wanted this set as a kid, and then when I finally got it, it was everything I thought it would be. It's not the most accurate ATAP we've gotten, but I do think it looks really good for 2008, and I love the inclusion of the shock troopers. This set doesn't get enough attention today, and honestly I don't think it's ever gotten enough attention. Moving on to 2009, I've gone with 7748 Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. This set was released on June 1st of 2009 and retired on December 31st of 2010. It has 216 pieces and it retailed for $25. And today if you want this set new, you're going to be looking at paying around $220 to $260. Now there were a lot of great Clone Wars sets released in 2009. I feel like this one in particular kind of got overshadowed by a lot of the other ones. I mean, you got 4 minifigures, which was a great deal for $25, and you get a really nice looking tank droid as well as 2 awesome clone jetpack troopers. And I'm honestly really surprised that these guys aren't talked about more, because they really are some of the coolest clone trooper minifigures LEGO has made in my opinion. Moving on to 2010, I've gone with 10215 ObiWans Jedi Starfighter. This set was released on November 1st of 2010 and retired on December 31st of 2011. It has 676 pieces and it retailed for $100 Although today if you want to buy it new, you're going to be looking at paying anywhere from $400 to $600. Now in my opinion, I think this set just gets too much hate. I get that it is one of the only prequel UCS sets that we've gotten and it might have been a waste of one, although that doesn't make it a bad build, it just kind of makes it a bad choice of a set. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing on display, and I honestly hope one day that LEGO will make Anakin's Jedi Starfighter too. Moving on to 2011, we have 7930 Bounty Hunter Assault Gunship. This set was released on January 1st of 2011 and retired on December 31st of 2012. It has 389 pieces and it retailed for $50. And today, if you want a new, you're going to be looking at paying around $160 to $180. Now the build is pretty interesting and cool looking and definitely a unique ship, although the main reason I put this set on this list is because it's the only set LEGO has ever made with Imbo in it, and the other bounty hunters are highlights as well, but Imbo is definitely a fan favorite. I'm just surprised this set is not more popular because of him. Moving on to 2012, yes, I'm going with 10227 Bwing Starfighter. This set was released on October 1st of 2012 and retired on December 31st of 2013. It has 1,487 pieces and it retailed for $200. And today, if you want to buy this set new, you're going to be looking at paying anywhere from $600 to $700. Now this is actually one of my favorite UCS sets, mainly because the Bwing is one of my favorite Rebel Starfighters, although I just think it looks so good on display. People complain that the stand is ugly, but it kind of has to be shaped the way it is to be able to hold the Starfighter up. I mean, because the Bwings have kind of a weird shape, but if you ignore the stand, which really isn't even much to ignore because it doesn't look that bad at all in my opinion, the set looks incredible, and I've always appreciated the really unique cockpit design on this set as well. Moving on to 2013, I'm going with 75024 HH87 Starhopper. This set was released on August 1st of 2013 and retired on December 31st of 2014. It has 362 pieces and it retailed for $40. And today, if you want to find this set new, you're going to be looking at paying around $140 to $160. Now the actual Starhopper itself is a bit of a strange looking vehicle, but I think it looks really cool and I love the color scheme. I like the tan and gray with the little bits of lime green blended in. I just think it looks very appealing. But really the main reason I put this on this list is because you get 3 amazing exclusive Clone Wars figures, that being a Nikto Guard, Cad Bane in a reddish brown outfit, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi disguised as Racco Hardeen. And honestly, it's just really surprising to me that this set doesn't get much attention because of these figures. Moving on to 2014, yes, I'm going with 75058 MTT. This set was released on August 1st of 2014 and retired on December 31st of 2015. It has 954 pieces and it retailed for $90. Although today, if you want to buy this set new, you're going to be looking at paying around $400. Now in the past, I've gotten backlash for saying this set is underrated, and I'm gonna say it again. I think it it gets a lot of hate because it's compared to the older version, although just because it's not as good as the older version does not make this a bad set. Yes, it's smaller and the build's not as accurate looking as the older one, although I think it looks very glossy and clean, and it has a nice selection of minifigures as well. Moving on to 2015, the set I'm going with is 75095 TIE Fighter. Now I know that in my top 10 most underrated LEGO Star Wars sets video, I put a few sets from 2015 in that list, being the Droid Carrier and Anakin Jedi Starfighter, although since then I have definitely changed my mind, and I now think the UCS TIE Fighter is probably the most underrated set from that year. It was released on May 1st of 2015 and retired on December 31st of 2017. It has 1,685 pieces and it retailed for $200. And today, if you want to find this set new sealed in the box, you're going to be looking at paying around $300 to $400. I really think this set got really overshadowed by the UCS Slave 1 that came out that year, although regardless, I think it looks incredible on display, and it definitely pairs well with some of the UCS Rebel Starfighters. Moving on to 2016, we have 75133 Rebel Alliance Battle Pack. This set was released on January 1st of 2016 and retired on December 31st of the same year. It has 101 pieces and it retailed for $13. Although if you want this set new today, you're going to be looking at paying around $40. I'm going to be honest, I don't think Rebel Battle Packs in general get enough attention. I mean, this set is really freaking awesome. You get a really cool speeder along with some really unique minifigures that could either be used for your Rebel army or be used to make mocks. It's overall just a great set with a lot of great value. Moving on to 2017, continuing the trend with the Rebels, I've chosen 75164 Rebel Trooper Battle Pack. This set was released on January 1st of 2017 and retired on December 31st of the same year. It has 120 pieces and it retailed for $15. And if you want to buy this set new today, you're going to be looking at paying around $50. Now I think this set got overshadowed by the Death Trooper Battle Pack that came out along with it, and it really has a really great value. You get a cool speeder as well as a nice little barricade build with a turret, and you get 4 great Rebel figures with lots of cool helmets that again could easily be used for building your army or used for mocks. Moving on to 2018, I'm going with 75204 Sandspeeder. This set was released on January 1st of 2018 and retired on December 6th of the same year. It has 278 pieces and it retailed for $30. And today, if you want to buy this set new, you're going to be looking at paying only around $60. Now this set is a bit weird. It was definitely a strange option for LEGO to make a set out of, although the build is actually pretty solid and the 2 minifigures you get are also really cool. Moving on to 2019, I'm going with 75258 Anakin's Pod Racer 20th Anniversary Edition. This set was released on April 1st of 2019 and retired on December 31st of 2020. It has 279 pieces and it retailed for $30. And if you want to buy this set new today, you're going to be looking at paying around $50. Now out of all the 20th anniversary sets that got released, I think this one definitely got overshadowed by the rest. It's a really good build and definitely the best pod racer LEGO has made, and I wish it would have just gotten as much attention as the other 20th anniversary sets did. Moving on to 2020, I hate to do this, but I'm going with 75273 Poe Dameron's X-Wing Fighter. This set was released on January 1st of 2020 and retired on December 31st of 2021. It has 761 pieces and it retailed for $90. And if you want to buy this set new today, you're going to be looking at paying around $130. Now it pains me to put a sequel set on this list, but I'm going to be honest, and I actually really like some of the sequel X-Wings LEGO has made. I actually think they're really bright and vibrant. Color schemes look really cool, and I think this one in particular is probably the best looking one out of the few they have made. Moving on to 2021, I'm going with 75306 Imperial Probe Droid. This set was released on April 26th of 2021 and retired on December 31st of 2022, just a few months ago. It has 683 pieces and it retailed for $60. I think this is actually a really impressive set, and I don't think it gets enough appreciation. It was definitely on the cheaper end of display sets, and I just think LEGO did a really good job here, although sadly it did get overshadowed by a lot of other sets that came out around its time. Moving on to 2022, I'm going with 40557 Defensive Hoth. This set was released in January of 2022. It has 64 pieces and retails for $15. I think this set got an immense amount of unnecessary hate just because it was more widely available compared to the Clone Trooper minifigure pack. So when everyone was trying to find Clone Trooper minifigure packs, they would only end up finding these ones, and after a while that just got really annoying to a lot of people. Although if you exclude the Clone Trooper pack, this is actually a really good set. The minifigures are really solid, and so are the E-Web blasters along with the turret. I think it's overall just a good deal and got a lot of unnecessary hate. And finally, last but not least, moving on to 2023, not every set has been released yet this year, although I'm going with 75346 Pirate Snub Fighter. This set has 285 pieces and is retailing for $35. And now I don't think the build is as accurate as it could be. I do really like the pirate minifigures. I think they're great for this set, and mock builders can easily have a field day with these, as they can easily customize them and make aliens for their mocks. Anyways guys, that's all for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you can see them on the end screen right now.